We can come to you live from the Intelligent Health Innovation Showcase here at the Gold Coast Health and Knowledge Precinct. I'm here with Eduardo Jorgensen, CEO of Medicsen. How you going, Eduardo?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks, man. So I spoke with Diego up on the Sunshine Coast because that's where you're currently residing. Is that correct, on the Sunshine Coast?
Yes.
And you came over on the Hot Desk program.
Yes, we're on the Hot Desk program.
So just remind me what Medicsen actually does.
Well, Medicsen is building something as simple as a non-invasive artificial pancreas for diabetes. But it's not like an organ that you put inside of the body. It's an algorithm in the cloud that receives information from sensors that the patients wear and then provides advice through a chatbot app and ultimately delivers insulin through the skin with no needles.
Sorry, say that again. It delivers insulin through the skin.
With no needles, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so that's fantastic, and it's a big problem that needs to be solved. You know, this increase in diabetes is happening throughout the world, and it's fantastic that you have something that can monitor that. And the insulin, absolutely excellent. Did you conceptualize the company and the problem?
Yeah.
Sorry, the solution for the problem. You didn't conceptualize the problem. Come on, Chris.
Yeah, so I'm a medical doctor myself, and I was in a consult in the hospital a couple of years ago, and a girl with diabetes just came in and put the pump on top of the table and said, I don't want to use this no more. And I was shocked because she couldn't go to birthday parties, she couldn't go to the excursions with the school, with her friends, and in the end she didn't want to use needles. So I said, man, I have to do something to solve this, and I started pursuing the dream.
Excellent. So I take it then the problem was identified through, I guess that patient interaction. How many more patients have you sort of interacted with that have had similar problems?
Well, there are thousands. I mean, so far in the company, we have had relationship with more than 1,000 patients. All of them complain about more or less the same things. Some are bigger for some patients, like using needles. Others don't know what will happen or what just take the sleep out of other patients. So we tried to create some system that can solve all of those problems for them. Excellent.
And I know that there is actually cures for diabetes in terms of health. Like natural health cures, people simply changing their diet, they can actually cure themselves of diabetes. But one of the most important factors around doing that is monitoring.
Yeah.
Monitoring your insulin levels, monitoring your sugar levels, your blood sugar levels. So that's why I love your app and your device. So can you explain, I guess, what it kind of looks like and how big it is and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so normally a diabetic patient has to monitor the blood glucose. Lately, some devices have come to the market that are continuous glucose monitors, so they tell you every time you want to know what blood glucose you have. But they're not enough, because in the end, they just give you a number. They say, hey, now you have 90. What do you do with that? So you have to put some layer of intelligence on top of that and say, hey, you have 90. Normally, this means that you will end up in 120 in an hour, and you can solve the problem like this. That's what needed to be done, and that's what we are doing.
Excellent, excellent. So why have you come to the Intelligent Health Innovation Showcase today? Why are you here?
Well, we're participating in the Hot Desk program. That's how we came to Australia, all the way from Spain, which is where the company is based. And we heard about this event at the hospital, and we thought that there was no better place to be. There has been not only the pitches and the talks about the relevant stakeholders in the healthcare industry, but also we had some speed dating with students from the universities, and it was wonderful to see how big this is growing in Australia.
Excellent. And so what did the students find interesting about Medicsen?
So mainly they see our passion and our vision to change the life of so many millions of patients around the world, and they want to do what all of them were saying is that they want to do something that can help from the business and medical side to the lives of the patients. So I think that's what's joining all these students together, the desire to change something in the world.
Yeah, when you're solving a big enough problem, it really just does bring people along for the ride, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Most people just want to get on board because it sounds like it's really going to save people's lives and make people's lives better. So, fantastic. Well done, Eduardo. Lovely meeting you, man.
Thank you very much. Lovely meeting
How
you
can
too.
people follow what's happening with Medicsen?
Yeah, so actually you can go to Google Play Store and type Medicsen and download the app to check it out.
There's an Medicsen, right?
Yep, that's it. And otherwise you can go to our website and check it out. Everything's there, and I will be happy to connect. Thank you.
Thanks. See you guys. Make sure you keep liking and sharing on facebook.com/Beach City Life. Also search for us on YouTube. Just search for Beach City and you'll find these interviews there. Subscribe on Beach City and you'll be notified of all of the latest events that we're covering, and there's no shortage of events coming up. So stay tuned. Cheers.